After the devastating earthquake in Haiti in the year 2010, a serious, next to fatal, typhoid fever epidemic broke out. Nathaniel Greve was one of the many relief team members that rushed to rescue the many who were left homeless. But Nathaniel Greve, his team members, and the people that lost their homes did not expect the horrors that they would encounter in a small town in Haiti. Typhoid fever is a highly infectious disease that is developed by Salmonella typhi, a bacterium. It is spread by food and beverages that are handled by one who sheds salmonella in their feces or poop. Its symptoms include extremely high fevers, diarrhea, stomach pains, and red spots on the chest and abdomen. It can compromise the immune system, which makes it hard to fight off the disease. The best way to avoid typhoid fever is to boil water before use, only eat hot food that is still steaming, peeling fruits and vegetables before eating, and getting a vaccination. What did you expect when you heard the announcement about the quake in Haiti? Well, I definitely did not expect a serious epidemic that would jeopardize my life and the lives of others. To my own fault, I did not even think about getting various vaccinations before leaving the country. I knew others were in need, and I had to be quick on the job. Before you found out about what the disease was, what were you doing to tend the sick? Well, we made a mistake of giving the contaminated water from the towel pond to others without first boiling it. We were also distributing fruits and vegetables that could have been contaminated by someone handling it that had salmonella. When did you realize when others were being infected by a serious disease, and how did you learn that it was typhoid? We saw a major change in the mood of the locals. No one would leave their relief groups because they felt so ill. People started refusing food and were experiencing super high fevers. Eventually, I found that I was expressing the same symptoms that those who were infected were. I got interviewed by a local doctor and he analyzed my symptoms. He then announced that those who were ill had typhoid fever. What was going through your head when you learned that you were infected? I considered many options of what to do. My team members suggested I go back to the States, but I didn't want to jeopardize the life of my friends and family in the States or those who would be traveling with me on the plane. I didn't want to take up space in the hospitals that were set up for the good of the people of Haiti either. I decided that it would be best if I nursed myself, and I helped find the source of the outbreak. What was the thought process behind finding the source of the outbreak? Well, I was the first to suggest that the very thing that we were trying to make others feel better was possibly making them sick. One of my friends suggested that we check out the local pond. There, we saw that sewage was being dumped into the pond by fault of the recent disaster, and it had become clear that the sewage could have been contaminated with salmonella. We started to distribute the antibiotics to the infected that were donated by the Haiti government and United States government. How bad was the disease for you? For whatever reason, I neglected to remember to get a vaccination against various third world diseases before leaving the States. And since I was not immune to the disease, I was getting more ill the longer I didn't start taking antibiotics. I personally thought that I had no chance of survival. And how did you get well enough to return back home? After taking the course of antibiotics, my symptoms soon started to gradually disappear. I got vaccinated for $10 at a local urban city doctor's office with the help of insurance, and I was put under a 10-day quarantine. I then came home. Thank you, Mr. Greve.